Good morning, everyone. Yes, it's not a very nice day again today. So, hope you can come and join me this morning. It is like a minute earlier than what I said. So yes, it is now 9:59 a.m. in the morning. So I've got the one viewer come and say hello. I just had my breakfast. I've got my coffee. So cheers, everyone. Hi, the two viewers. Come and say hello in the chat. Yeah, so still sniffly as the norm. Wish the weather would make its mind up what it's doing. Of course, the weather's pants again here today. So it's not raining and it's not cold, but it's a very dismal, dull, and the wind's blowing. Pixie didn't get a chance to go out on his drone yesterday because the wind was too... plus he's got a problem with something to do with the sensors. Hey, Kate James, how are you? Yeah, the wind was strong, so he don't like chancing it and going out on the drone when the wind picks up a little bit. Says we've got the 3 viewers, but there's only Kate said hello in the chat, so come and say hello. So how are you, Kate? Are you okay? No, Paisy Days is okay, and of course your children. So yeah, it's a funny one today. It's very windy, very dull, but it's still a bit on the warm side. It's not cold or anything, but very windy. You know, it'll make its mind up what it's doing. I mean, I couldn't believe how warm and muggy and everything it was on Sunday to what it's been, you know. Hi, Marie, how are you? Just been saying the weather, yeah, it is. It's like I was sort of undecided what sort of top to put on this morning. This is sort of like a 3/4 sleeve t-shirt thing. You know, I were undecided what to wear this morning. But yeah, same as you say, it's not, because my son says to me this morning before he went out to school, he says, do you think I need my coat? And I says, well, no, not really, because it's warm enough not to have your coat, because he has like a polo shirt and then he has like a sweatshirt on top. It is very windy here, Marie, so that's one of the reasons why Pixie decided not to go out on the drone yesterday, because he's had keep having a warning message come up on the drone, something about the sensors. Now, it don't stop you from flying it, but obviously what happened with the other drone is a bit scared if he's getting like a warning message coming up saying something to do with the sensors. You can sort of manually turn them off, but, you know, as a safety procedure, you know. I'm okay, Marie. Same as I say, I've still got the sniffles. Hey, Little Big Adventures. Okay then. Okay then. You'll have to message me your email address. I don't know whether it's the same one but you'll have to message me your email address just in case. So yeah, it's a funny one today. Same as I said there's no wonder people getting colds and sniffles and what have you because of this crazy weather at the moment. You know, we're all yeah. Yeah, so if you were wondering, Marie, the Little Big Adventures is Kate. Basically a spin-off from her other channel. So I'll let Kate explain that one to you, Marie. Who is Big Little? It's Kate's family vlogs. Hello.
Hello, everybody. I'm just getting my face on, and then I will be. Oh, there we go. I'm here. I'm really bad. So, yes, I'm going to sort my face, and then I'll
As I say,
on the screen.
you're looking well anyway. A lot better than you were.
Thank you, Jeanette. Thank you. Hope everybody's well.
I mean, I did say what I said. You know, it's Kate and Marie's put who is Big Little.
It's Kate's family vlog. Me.
It's like a spin-off.
Yeah.
Of her adventures with her and her daughter. That's basically the summary of it.
Yeah. Hi, Kate James. Out of your mouth, missus.
Hey?
Oh, Sarah, she's like eating things, and I'm like, out of your mouth. Out of your mouth.
That's what we do. And yeah, to anybody that's watching, I won't be live streaming tomorrow because I've got to. Oh, I've got a good one for you. Hello, Emily.
Hi, Emily.
You know, did you see the pictures that Pixie posted yesterday?
Yeah.
Obviously, some of the pictures were took with when Joy bought the little one last year. And we've got a lady that she's just a watcher. She hasn't got a channel. She don't do any content or any videos or anything.
Yeah.
I Win family. And obviously, there's a picture of me holding the baby. Well, there's like 3.
Yeah.
Somebody posted a comment on it. Congratulations, Pixie and Jeanette.
That is actually brilliant.
But it did put in the description before anybody asks. No, me and Jeanette have. It's not mine and Jeanette's baby. It's a friend's daughter's baby. Yeah, and I had to laugh at that one. Oh,
that's actually brilliant.
Yeah. So she just put congratulations, Pixie and Jeanette.
Hiya, Win family.
Hiya.
Sorry.
I've got another funny story as well.
Breakfast time in this house, sorry.
Pixie went not yesterday because he didn't go out with it because he's got to do this collaboration or something on his drone. I don't know exactly what it is. He's getting a warning message up, something to do with sensors. Anyway, not yesterday, the day before, he went out on the drone and he'd sort of come home from work, gone in the bath, and he sort of likes to leave it a little bit later so there's not many down at the park.
Yeah.
He takes the drone down to the park and he got the drone up in the air And you know what he's like? He sits there, he stands there with controller in his hand, and he looks up because he always likes to keep an eye on the drone.
Yeah.
So anyway, he says, I'm there, I'm concentrating, I'm looking up at the sky, watching the drone and everything, sort of keep periodically glancing at the controller. He says, and all of a sudden, he says, I felt something wet on the back of my leg. He says, and I thought for a minute, he said, I'd peed myself. He says, and I looked down, he says, and this dog were licking my leg. Oh dear. I couldn't stop laughing when he told me. He says, I weren't sure. He says, whether I'd done a whoopsie. He says, and it had dribbled down my leg. He says, I sort of looked down. He says, and there's this dog licking my leg. Oh dear. But you see what he does, since he had the bout of cellulitis, he has to moisturize his legs with this it's like called zero base cream. It's like basically he's got to keep his leg moisturized. And I says to him, I says it could have smelt that like that cream and thought, oh, I'll have a try at that. And we'll lick at his leg. But yeah, it ever so funny when he told it me, you know.
That's
and I thought,
story.
you know, you get everything. And he says, you know, he says, there, I look down, he says, and there's this dog licking the back of my leg. So, but yeah, so I said,
how's he been feeling?
Pardon?
How has he been feeling and stuff?
Okay, yeah. He did put a thing up in the Facebook group. You know, if he gets enough response, he's going to do a live stream tonight. So I think he's feeling a little bit more like optimistic. He's feeling a bit more himself, you know. As I say, it's just tiredness. It's, you know, we're on about going because the lad that at work that they've set on, I think he's starting on Monday. So actually, this Saturday will probably be the last Saturday he has to work. So basically,
that's brilliant.
So anyway, I was talking to Eagle VP the other day, and you know, telling him exactly how he felt, and you know, and I says, I think what it is, it's like too much work. He's working too hard. He's like burning candle at both ends, so to speak.
Yeah,
I think basically it could do it. You know, even if it's only like a day trip or something, some way of relaxing or letting off steam, etc. So Eagle VP said to me the other day, he says, well, where they live, him and his wife, they've got like...
Sorry, Jeanette. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you there. But my brother, he just walked in, looked and was like, what you doing? I was like, live. And he goes, and I think only you're going to get this. He goes, don't sneeze.
well, funny thing is, before I went live, I actually blew my nose because on Friday morning, I think it was, I felt a sneeze coming on. So I quickly sort of dived off camera, but I've actually got the tissue at the side of me just in case it happens again. And I sort of quickly dove for the tissue and I put the tissue, you know. But anybody that were watching that day when we came alive, I mean,
I showed him it last night, and he just started laughing, and then he says there to tell you not to sneeze.
Well, anyway, somebody said, going back to the story, where Eagle VP is, he like lives in like a not sheltered accommodation, it's like a flat, but downstairs I think they have a guest room. And if like such as Eagle VP were to have visitors or anything, they can rent it out at £8 a night. So it says to me the other day, if you ever want to come over here, he says, like, you could come on the Saturday, stay over the Saturday night, and go back on the Sunday.
Yeah.
So basically, that's what we're planning on doing next weekend, because obviously it'll be Pixie's first, official when he don't have to work on a Saturday. So, and then Keith says the only problem I've got, because Keith's and his wife's flat is only a 1-bedroom. He says the only problem I've got, the guest bedroom is like just for couples, or you know what I mean. So I says, well, that's not a problem, Keith. I says, I've got some blow-up air beds. So he says, well, I tell you what, he says, we'll have Callum in the flat with us on the living room floor in the blow-up bed. He says, and you and Chris can stay in the guest room. Hey, I'll speak Andy. So that's what we're on about doing, because it is only just over an hour.
Oh, that's fantastic. That'll be a lovely wee day for you. Just get the barbecue out.
So obviously, same as I said, Keith and Chris can go flying the drones. Well, Chris, Keith and Callum can all go like somewhere flying the drone, and me and Keith's wife can have a natural, go out and go to a cafe or something. It's a break, if you know what I mean. So same as we said, even if it gets to lying, let's say till 9 o'clock, I mean, by lunchtime we can be up there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's fantastic. That would be a lovely wee day for you, and well, overnight too, because you'll be able to stay. Plus, Pixie can have a wee beer because he doesn't like to drink and drive. So he'll be able to stay and have a wee beer and enjoy himself on his day off too.
Well, this is what we're on about as well with the Birmingham meet. Same as we've said, I think Chris says it's about 2.5 hours from here. Now, Beauty on a Budget is on about doing it, so we've looked into doing an Airbnb. But the one I've looked at is like the whole house. So it makes it more economical. The more people the more people, the better. The cheaper it becomes. So, and same as we've said, we're going to be all day in Birmingham. They're going to be absolutely pooped, and it's do they really want to drive back after they've had a long day? You know what I mean? And then it'd mean that sort of whilst we were there, Pixie couldn't have a drink if he were driving back. So that's why we've decided that we're going to stay overnight.
And see, to be fair as well, well, not to be fair, it's not to be fair, but in the sense of I would have had to stay anyway. So this is actually cheapening up my option too by teaming up with you guys.
Yeah,
because the hotel is quite expensive.
Keith's not sure at the moment whether his missus is coming with us. He's unsure at the moment. Beauty on the Budget did contact me and say, originally she was going to go up on the train and then come back the same day. And same as she says, if it's late by the time she leaves Birmingham, her husband's worried that it's going to be too late, and she didn't thought of her travelling back by herself in the evening. So this sort of like me, Chris and Callum, you, Beauty on a Budget, Keith and his wife. That's 7 of us. So the house, the house I've looked at, it sleeps 9, and it's the whole house, and it includes breakfast.
That's fantastic, Jeanette. Yeah. Swear you're brilliant at all this stuff. You're actually genius.
Me and Google are best friends. Well, that's the same as I say. I mean, I don't know whether you went to the interview that Keith did last night. He was saying there's about 30 going at the moment. So same as we're on about Crimson coming over. Obviously, it's sort of short notice. He's got to get his passport and everything. So we're on about doing another one a bit later on in the year. It could become a regular thing.
Yeah. Be awesome if it did. So it would, because I'm actually looking forward to meeting Crimson. He's such a. I'm not looking forward to meeting everybody. Like, don't get me wrong, but
He's actually uploaded a thing with Carl singing on it.
Serious?
Yeah, I was watching it just before I started this live thing, and it's absolutely lovely. He's a lovely singer.
Oh, I'll have to go have a wee look at it. Are you singing, Sarah? Yeah, I don't think she meant you. I think she meant Crimson.
But yeah, I mean, the Night Owl was on about coming over with him if sort of gets his stuff sorted out by like September, October.
I love her.
The Night Owl is on about coming with him, she says, but the only problem I've got, she's got to take all the children with her, or
Yeah. Well, we'll double up. We're all good. We can, us mums can step up and help.
well, this is it. Same as I said, you know. I mean, like on the day of the Birmingham meet, you know, we're not expecting everybody, all the 30 people, all sort of sticking together, so to speak. And same as I said, I mean, I'm sure there's somewhere in Birmingham that Pixie and Eagle VP can fly the drones. You know, anybody that's interested in drones or wants to see them flying the drones, you know, they're willing, you know, they're quite welcome to tag along.
Yeah, like a wee bit of something for everybody.
I've got one as well, Mr. P. So
I don't have one, Mr. P. I want one.
yes,
Cup of coffee.
I've already got one, dear. So stick that in your pipe and smoke it. I was just telling them, sweetheart, about the dog licking incident. When you thought you'd peed your pants. No, mine's better than yours because it's a milky one. Oh dear. And about Mary congratulating us. Kate says she's asked Daisy to he says it made him jump. Tell you, he thought he'd peed his pants when he felt this wet on back of his leg, and he turned round and flaming dogs licking back of his leg. Oh, there you go. Licky Hills is a good spot. Pick some bluebells whilst you're there. I'll have to write that one down, Osbeach Andy. I do have a pen handy. Just as a matter of reference. I thought my pen weren't gonna work then. Because if you were wondering, Kate, Osbeach Andy is originally from Birmingham, but emigrated to Oz.
Is Osbeach Andy the guy that's always travelling?
No,
like every time.
He's a fellow droner. He does drone.
Right, okay, yeah.
So yeah, so yes, I've wrote that down, Andy. See if anybody knows Birmingham. It's Osbeach Andy. I mean, same as I say, he originates in from Birmingham, and he emigrated to Australia in 1969, I think it is, weren't it, Andy? Yeah, that's it, 1969. So yes, I've wrote it down, and I'll pass it on to Pixie and Keith. Only problem is, though, when I drink coffee, it makes me burp a lot. So yeah, if Pixie gets enough comments, etc., if anybody's part of the Facebook group, got out before it went to pot. Yeah, so this is just a shout out for Pixie's channel. if anybody's part of the Facebook group or want to put a comment on Mr. P's YouTube page, is wanting people to put a response to should he go live tonight or not, and I just put, or who wants me to go live tonight. So I just put a comment, me, because he sort of got in a little bit of a rut last week, and he was saying, oh, I'm stopping live streaming for a little while, but he's sort of getting a little bit of his mojo back. He posted some So did you go to Ireland then, Osbeach Andy? Have you been to Ireland recently? Because you see, Kate actually lives in Ireland. Oh, same as I say, it's like lately I've been finding that there isn't enough hours in the day sort of to catch up on everybody's videos. I get 1,000,001. Oh, 1964. So that's sort of, was it posted recently, Andy, or was it posted, you know, sort of when you first started doing YouTube, etc., and I'll go and watch it. Same as I say, I wasn't aware of the you know, well, you see, Kate actually lives in, not the Kate James in the chart, the Kate that's on the hangouts actually lives in Ireland.
I live in Belfast.
Because Osby Chandy says, looks like someone hasn't been watching my drone footage in Ireland. Oh, well, never mind. Yes, did.
Yeah, that's me.
I did 64.
I have Osby Chandy. I have a new. I've not been actually active recently. For about a couple of weeks now, so I haven't. So, yep. That's, but although I think United Kingdom, I think Northern Ireland's considered part of the United Kingdom.
Oh, so yeah. I mean, we might be visiting Ireland a bit later on in the year as well. So, Maslin's nudist beach in winter. So yeah, we're on about visiting Ireland sort of later on in the year. You'll have to message Pixie and tell him a few spots where it could it could fly the drone, because obviously he'd be taking the drone with him. So yeah, same as I say, if you, hey Karate Joe, how are you? It's the morning here. It's 10:27 a.m. here in the UK. You know, yeah. So if you want to message Pixie and sort of give him the heads up of where to fly the drone, always good spots to fly the drone in Ireland. It will be sort of later on in the year, because in August we're going on holiday, and you know, it'd be good to know, you know, some spots, you know, where we could. You know, it's all right. I got a notification. It was something that I sort of I posted that I was going live, but I had to do it on Pixies because I've got Twitter on my mobile, so I don't actually know how to go about it and everything on this PC. So basically, I thought I'll just tweet it, you know, on Pixie's Twitter page. So What time is it there, Karate Joe? Some as I say, it's 10:28 in the morning here. So I'll go and take a look at that footage or that vlog when I've done the live stream, Oz Beach Andy. So yeah, it's I'm gonna say a funny old day here. We've got the 4 viewers. It's I've still got my coffee. I've got a little bit left, so I'll drink that before it goes cold. So yeah, it's and probably hear Tucker meowing in the background. He sat on Mr. P's computer chair looking out the window, and because the other 2 were out, so I think he's feeling a bit lonely. He's sat all by himself over there, looking out of the window. Well, out the patio doors, actually. So he sort of meows periodically, and oh, it's 7 p.m. here in Adelaide. Ooh. You know, he sort of meows periodically and saying, well, the other 2's out. You know, I know that, Tucker. I'm just going to pop off a minute because one of others want to come in now. I think that's probably why he were meowing. They were probably telling me that. So I'll just mute my camera and my microphone for a minute while I let them in.
No problem. I can't. Hold on, I'm going to switch across, see if I can see the chat. Yeah, I can see the chat now, so I can interact if you guys speak. I'll check out your video too, and then I'm gonna support you from my secondary channel. It's my adventures. Sarah, do you mind not reading the biscuit box at 10 o'clock in the morning, honey? Thank you. Just a thought, honey.
That's all right. It's all right. I'm back. You see, if I don't go and let him in, he'll be scratching at the door, and then you'll have Tucker meowing, and that is the.
Oh, look at that!
The printed off.
Look, it's pavlova. Wow! Yes, sir. Look. Wow.
Strawberry pavlova as well.
Oh, Jeanette, I can't wait to see it being made. Like,
and another one that I'm considering doing within the next couple of weeks is.
You're not. Ah. Why do you do this to me?
Well, you see, the baked Alaska.
Yeah.
It's like a chocolate cake base, and then you put your ice cream in a bowl and flatten it, and like in cling film, and put it in the freezer. Little Big Adventures and Kate's Family Vlogs.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you put the ice cream in the freezer while you're making the cake, and you actually put the ice cream dough on top of the cake base, and that's where the meringue bit comes in. Cover it in meringue, put it in the fridge to set sort of like a little bit, and then you bake it in the oven. And it's got a chocolate sauce with it as well. So sort of once you've sort of sitting down to eat it, it's got like a chocolate sauce that you have with it. because it just says place the ice cream in a basin. You've got to let it soften a little bit, but don't let it melt. And you press it down so it's like got a smooth surface. Cover it back over with the cling film and put it in the freezer. So yeah, it's it looks quite easy to make. I mean, whether or not it you know, I'll tell you what, Andy, I'll post the link in the chat. So right, if I'm not talking, I'll it's
Oh, what do you see? What do you see up here, Jeanette? It is absolutely stunning.
Are you watching the footage?
Hold on, can you see?
I'm sort of looking for your channel so I can paste a link in.
Oh,
I'm multitasking.
there's a horse up in the field. Here, it's beautiful. Back. No, it's not. It's not selfie mode yet. There we go. Whew.
The computer's as slow as what's it?
Sarah.
Well, this has been a pain in the rear.
I've supported Us Beach Andy from the Little Big Adventure. In fact, you know what's probably easier? Me doing this. That is probably gonna have saved you a lot of time there.
It's all right.
Can't find KFB.
I'm
channel.
trying to. It's coming up with everything, but.
See the Kate's Family vlog when you're searching for it, Us Beach Andy. If you put an apostrophe in, YouTube literally has a mass fart and thinks I'm somebody different. And there is only like one Kate's Family vlog. So they, yeah, it's a bit weird. Did my camera go back off again or is it working?
Yeah, your camera's not on. It's just, it come and went again.
I think it's when I go off Hangouts to look at the chat, it takes it off again.
Oh.
It won't let me stay on both.
Unless you want to put something in the chat so we can.
Yeah, I've put in from my my Big Adventure page. I'll put in, see if I swapped from that to this, it might knock my Hangout out.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of thing.
But yeah, if I hadn't to let Benny in, Tucker would have been wowing sort of for eternity. And plus, Benny is still meowing now. I've let him in, Tucker. Probably having something to eat. Oh, dear me. So, yeah, if I hadn't to let Benny in, Tucker would have probably been meowing for eternity. And Benny just scratches at the door and it keeps scratching at the door and it's irritating.
Yes, there's another thing I forgot to say, guys. Or well, I haven't said yet. So for the big comeback for the channel, I'm doing a Bad Boy Keith interview just for young Keith. So if you have any saucy questions, please, please fire them my way. Not under this live now, but on Instagram, just search Kate's Family Vlog, or even if you have Jeanette on Facebook, leave them with her and she can like forward them to me. But any sort of questions that you think that, you know, would work for the saucy interview. Yeah.
Hi,
I
how are you? Thanks for joining us. Yeah,
I'm
so
so excited.
so Kate is doing a bad girl or boy / interview with Keith. So they did agree to it last night, and we did the you know, reduce my randomness. It was
Yes.
doing the consent thing, so we did that for him last night, because he says basically he was editing it. He did say, like previously, oh, you've got 2 weeks to do it, and then he was saying last night when he went into Keith's interview, I'm editing it now, so if anybody wants to take, you've got like 60 minutes, you know. So basically we did ours, and Beauty on a Budget actually sent me her clip because she didn't know where to send it to, etc. So she says, I've got a favour. She said, if I send you the clip, will you like forward it on
Like
to Carl?
forward it
So
on, yeah.
that's what they did. She sent it me via Messenger. I then sent it to Pixie,
Sarah?
so we could like send it with ours.
Yeah, come
So
here, please. I know, but you're going over to the lane. Come here. Come say hello. No, not hello. Come here and say hello. You're like summertime, Susie.
I'm glad
Come here.
it's nice and sunny there, because it's absolutely pants here, the weather.
Serious?
It's windy, it's dull, not raining or anything, but it's sort of dull, windy, you know.
Sarah, come here, quick. Quick, quick. He's away. I love this here, like a big wide open space. Shouldn't around their slippers.
Well, that's it. At least you can get sort of out in the fresh air and, you know, have a little run about and.
Yeah, as I hide in the only shade on the lawn, like a vampire. It's I burn. I burn really bad. Doesn't even matter if it's snowing. I'll guarantee you get a sunburn.
Well, this is me. You see, I've got that such sensitive skin. Same as say, I only have to look at sun, and it. What you meowing at now, Tucker? Oh, it is a right pain in backside. He is. I bet you can hear him meowing his head off.
Yeah, I had to mute myself there because she decided to go and like lift bloody bags of stuff. Not not good.
Come on. Oh, I'm not kidding you. Callum come home yesterday and he says, "Oh, school's give me a load, some revision books." I'm not kidding you. It's like a stack this high. There must be about 10 or 11. So yes, it's basically the like books that because obviously next year it'll be his like exam year. Okay then, Osby Chandy, I'll see you later. Hey, got the good one. How are you? So yeah, he came home yesterday with about 11 revision books, and I was looking at the maths one, and it was like a foreign language to me.
Serious? That's
Yeah,
mad.
they're over there. I'm not kidding you. The stack of books are about that, like that.
How do they expect them to like what?
You know, and same as I say, I looked at the maths one and it was like a foreign language to me. I didn't understand it at all. But it's got one for English, and it's Christmas Carol, and that is he's got to read through that, and I would imagine it's something to do with the questions in English, etc. So they've gave him, Tucker, will you shut up? No, there's he's talking to me. You know, when I said, will you shut up? He went, no. I swear, he's worse than a toddler. I'll swap you in for Sarah.
No problem. I'll send Dirty over. Dirty Gertie, come on, let's go, love. I need time off.
Oh dear. But yeah.
Hi.
Hi,
Jeanette. Oh. Did you touch her? Oh, did you touch Jeanette?
High five.
Oh, she did. She high-fived you. Go, high five. Oh, okay then. Don't high five then. Don't high five me. High five Jeanette. Don't high five me. I'm not special. Fine. You want high five Jeanette? You want high five? What? Hey, yay! You high five me. Look at Jeanette. It's never you say bye. She's all bye, bye.
God's cats say out when it wants to go out. We see we've got 3, God, and it's because the other one, I've got 2 in at the moment. I've just got up to let one of them in, and
is that God, the good one?
Yeah, and it's
I can't see the chat.
Out, and he's sort of just saying, "Well, Lucy's still out." Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's not very often she comes in for me anyway, because she likes to play games with me, does Lucy. You know, she meows to come in. I get up and go and let her in, and the minute I get to the door and unlock the door, she does a runner. So yeah, same as I say, when I was sort of looking through them when he showed them me yesterday, and it was like a foreign language, maths were. I mean, maths weren't one of my strong subjects anyway.
Oh God, the good one did a good live last night. I think it was last night he was on the TV.
Oh yeah, because he's wanting volunteers into. I did say if I saw Midnight Raven, I was going to have a word with her, because he sort of wants like people from both sides of the fence.
Yeah,
you know, the atheists and the Christians.
What about the incredibly awesome people like myself? We don't really brand ourselves. We're just awesomes. We're not Christian. We're not atheist. We're awesome.
That's it. So, and Kate James just said, my boy just done the national test for English and maths, and his revision was. You see, my lad is actually 15. He'll be 16 in November, but he doesn't actually take his exams till next year. And basically, they've got him these stack of books, basically, to revise for his GCSEs. Yeah, we'll say my lad is 16 in November. So sort of this is like the run up to him doing his GCSEs next year. Just after atheists or God botherers.
My brother's an atheist. I don't know. I don't know. I sort of believe, but I'm skeptic at some points, really. I watched Father Ted growing up. I find it hard to believe. Dougal Maguire gives you a good way of looking at the way life has been.
Well, I mean, the Midnight Raven has made no, secret of the fact that she is totally atheist. She doesn't believe. So,
yeah.
And I went and got the good ones chat last night, and I said to him, I do know that the Midnight Raven. He says Jesus is in his last week of exams. He was real worried, but it's been fairly easy going on him.
Oh.
You see, the problem my son has is special needs. Now, it sort of it goes in there, but it has problems like writing it down.
Yeah.
So, plus, he's left-handed, and he's got low muscle tone in his arms and his legs. So it has been discussed that when it does come to the exams, he will probably get a scribe. And what I mean by a scribe is a person sits with him in the exams. The person that's helping him, oh, we've actually got some coming out here. Callum tells them, the scribe reads a question out to him, and basically Callum gives them his answers, and they actually write it down, because he was told, because of the state of his writing, that if it was ineligible, they'd just rip it up and chuck it in the bin.
Oh, for goodness sake.
So this is why, because we have what they call a review every year. Well, it's not classed as a statement now. It's some fancy fandangled title. But you see, since he's been about 3 or 4, he's had what we call a statement of special needs.
Yeah.
But they've changed it. They've decided to change it. But we do have a review every year. So basically, it's like what we call the Senko person at the school, somebody from the local education, blah, blah, blah. And, and me and his dad, and obviously Callum. Have we got any concerns? Is there something that we should be made aware of? Blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And, obviously we've brought to their attention this thing about, his writing's not very good, etc. So basically that's what they're thinking of doing, is getting him a scribe. They have also provided him with a laptop. So like, let's say he's got any homework or anything to do, I've just got to connect that laptop to my printer, and he can do his own work without sort of just scribbling it down and nobody being able to tell what it is. If you understand that, all he's got to do is do this homework on the laptop. I print it out, and jobs are good, and as we say.
Yeah.
So, but one thing I will say is they have been quite good at the school that Callum's at. As regards sort of making things happen. You know what I mean?
At least that they're there for me, they're going to support him and stuff.
Well, this is it, same as we've said. But you see, this sort of statement, or whatever they're calling it nowadays, even when he goes to work, they are still there to support him. Let's say he gets a job, or he's on about going to college because he wants to become a chef.
Yeah.
Let's say, for instance, he has problems while he's at college or whatever. That statement sort of follows him. They're there for support, and the college will be made aware that he is special needs, and he does need a little bit of help now and again. Which to me, it's, you see, I don't know, a couple of years ago, because you see, when he first started at that school, it was in like how can I put it? Like a special, not a special group, but a group of kids that was struggling, within school.
Yeah.
As regards the writing, and it was having a bit of a problem with maths and things like that. Well, now all of his lessons are what we call a mainstream lesson. is now out of that group altogether. Hiya, Silvestro. I think it's Tony, isn't it? Yeah. So it were like a group where it'd go like for an hour each morning. And but same as I say, now, you know, is getting a bit better. Is out of that group and is in more like what we call mainstream classes, because basically they do you like grades, or the sort of write down that you we want you to attain this grade.
Yeah.
Okay then, Marie, see you later. Thank you for joining me. You know,
Hi, Marie.
It's like a goal. They set out a goal for him. You've got to get this level, or you've got to be at A, B, or C. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or this time next year, we want you to head for this goal. So, as I say, it's
there's a butterfly. Look, wow.
Love you too, Marie. Bye. It's you know, it's I think the only two subjects that you just still struggle in is maths and science.
Love you too, Birdie. Or I'm not too sure who she means, if it's me or Kate James, but love you too, Marie. Marie's awesome.
You know, they the two subjects. I had that back in the day when I was a child, as I missed a lot of school due to my feet, you know. But I end up going to university. Well, you see, this is what we're saying. I mean, he's got special needs, but he's on about he wants to become a chef. So even though he'll sort of be leaving school, he wants to go to college or catering college. The same as we've said, he's still going to need that backup when he actually goes to college, because he's still going to have the same problems going to college as we're going to school.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, but same as I've said, you know, I mean, to us is Callum, if you know what I mean. I don't see him any different to anybody else. You know what I mean? But
he's a very, very talented chef, like very talented.
Well, going back to that, he actually made cheese and onion pasties yesterday. Oh, they were
Sarah,
absolutely,
here, please.
They were absolutely gorgeous.
See that car? That car came flying round that corner. Hi, flying round that corner. Yeah. Brum brum.
Brum brum.
I didn't know what to say there. I was like, brum brum.
That is wreckage joint.
It's, you know what, my mum, she lives in a very private, in fact, it's, you know what, you can't get any more private. It's down a lane. It's a private farm, but out the back of it's all rented out. And to mechanics and people who like to store cars, and there's a lot of outhouses and stuff, but they're up and down, up and down, up and down, racing past the house and racing past. And now we actually have on the lane 10 miles per hour symbols, because they were flying up at that fast, and there that van went by that quick. There's like a big dust wave off the lane, like something out of an Egyptian desert. It's like, whoa.
Not only that, I mean, I know your mum has horses and whatever. I mean, and them signs is there for a reason, because it's their private property. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they totally ignore it. They like go home to their beds at night, and you know, doesn't matter. But it's for us. We like see 3 o'clock this morning, because because obviously I don't live here. I have my own place. I was in the living room with the wee woman, and we were lying sleeping, and all I heard was outside the living room window, and I was like, hold on. In my own house and place, fair enough, I would accept this. So I come out, and there was just loads of people just having a big party in the front garden as if it was nothing. I was like, I think you guys need to have a wee bit of respect and go home. It's 3 o'clock in the morning here, like.
Too right. Well, I wouldn't. I'd have called cops first and said, well, look, the outside, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. They're on my property. Can you shift them?
Yeah, and has a cheek to put. See, my mum has a large pool in at the front of her house. There's about one, two, three, four, five car parking spaces outside hers, to get boxes turned for horses and,
Yeah.
you know, a big courtyard. And they fill it with their cars. Fill it with
Cheeky
cars.
beggar.
I know. And then my mum can't get out for work. And hey, listen, I didn't bath you last night for you to go and roll about in that dirt.
Hi, Marisa. How are you? But yeah,
Sarah?
I wouldn't be so polite. I'd say, sling your hook.
Nope, over here.
But that's sort of like my polite way of putting it. I'd
Yeah, sling it.
choose a few more choice words than that. Say, look, you're on this property. This is my mum's property, not yours.
Yeah.
So do
Yeah,
one.
I just went out and I was like, excuse me, do you know what time it is? And they were like, sorry, love, sorry, love. I was like, no, do you know what time it is? I'm not asking you to apologize. I'm asking you, do you know what time it is? And they're like, I don't know. I was like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I have a 2-year-old in there who's going to wake up. And if you wake her, you'll be coming in to look after her. So
Exactly.
you've been warned. You've been warned.
It's like nowadays people ain't got well, the younger generation, as in, ain't got no respect for anybody.
Yeah.
Okay,
They was fixing the cars, my mum's car. Well, not these guys. These guys weren't, but we had mechanics down, and they were fixing the cars. But you see, you hire mechanics, and then it's like a mechanic gang. They're all like, "Ooh, smell oil. Let's go round and gang up and look."
A grease monkey gang.
Yeah. And then they all come flooding round to look at the car, and it's like, she only asked for one mechanic, lads. We don't need 10 of yous.
Well, this, take it elsewhere. Thank you very much.
Yeah, my brother's out now. I wonder if God the Goat one's still there. If you're looking at an atheist's opinion. Atheists. Atheists. Sorry, I can't pronounce it. No, he's getting on both sides of the fence. God the Good One. He's getting like both.
God the Good One?
Yeah, that's his channel name. He's getting like both people's sides of the fence's opinion. And I don't really know.
What?
Is God the Good a Christian?
I ain't got a clue.
Because it was the way he said the God doers or something, or the God believers or something. He said they called them. He didn't call them Christians.
Religious.
No, it says.
Hi, Hazy Days. It's Kate's family vlog. Kate's family vlog.
I'll try and tell you what he put.
No, he's a Buddha.
He's a Buddhist?
Yeah.
He's not a Buddha, he's a Buddhist.
I'm reading what I'm saying. Hazy Days says he's a Buddha.
It says just after atheists or God botherers. That's
Hi,
it.
Hazy Days.
Hi, Hazy Days. How are you?
I'd love to be a Buddhist. They're so happy.
I know.
Such a nice religion. You don't get crucified and all that shit. You eat and have a big belly, big ears.
You eat and have a big belly, big ears.
No, we all believe in love.
If threw a challenge, he says Hazy says he's only joking. He threw a challenge down because somebody came in the chat last night and says, when you're going to do an unmasking. Now, I threw a challenge down to somebody called LA Beast. I don't know the story behind it. He's willing to do it, but he's thrown the challenge down to the LA Beast or something of nature. So I don't know, sort of, So he's willing to unmask himself.
Jeanette, you know what he's just said?
What?
He says, I know the guy, if you're looking the perfect, what was it? Mummification challenge. Think back to the sneeze video and what they were doing with the toilet roll.
I won that challenge. Well, Caitlin.
I know, he says he's got his money on him to win.
when our Callum were little, we went on holiday. We went to visit my mum because at the time she lived in Skegness, and Callum covered me from head to toe in toilet roll. So yeah, the
Tesco value range. Remember you saying?
Yeah, it were only cheap bog roll, but hey ho.
Yeah. It does get the
Not
job
going
done.
anywhere fancy. Cheaper the better.
Yeah, but you know, back in my day, I mean, I don't know whether they still do it or not. Is it Izal or something? And it were like, I don't know. It were well, put it this way. It were called skid paper, as we used to call it.
Skid paper.
Still better than industrial blue roll.
He says it's still better than industrial blue roll.
Yeah, going back to that Hazy Days, the Midnight Raven, her son said, because I told everybody in my live stream yesterday that you did manage to eat, he did a hot dog challenge. And he ate 12 hot dogs in rolls.
What?
Yeah. And the Midnight Raven's son says, I could do more than 12. So sort of there were a bit of it, you know, I says to because Kate was in the chat, and I says, sort of get in touch with Midnight Raven and sort of tell her the details, etc., what he's got to do. Hey, Night Owl. You know, so Midnight Raven's son said he could do more than 12. So sort of that were a challenge in itself. So I says, well, Kate, if you, you know, or Hazy Days, get in touch with Midnight Raven and get her son to do the challenge. You know, I mean, that's a challenge in itself. Because I felt uncomfortable watching Hazy Days. I could feel my stomach bloating while watching him eating them. You know, we had to loosen his trousers. It looked like he was about 6 months pregnant, and I thought his stomach was going to explode.
What are you crying for? Come here.
And it was like I was watching, and I thought, well, I could probably manage one, but that's about it. I don't think I could do 12. So, but if that had been me, I'd have been awake all night with cramps in my stomach. You know, no kidding.
I managed about 4 hot dogs. I'm hungry, not 12. That's just.
The Night Owl's here. Hi.
He says it sounds easy, but it's not. Well, I can imagine. Well, you imagine.
Sounds easy for a start. He's wrong there. You walk in, so what do you have for breakfast? Just the 12 hot dogs.
How are you? Yeah,
that's my brother talking, by the way. I know I couldn't eat 12 hot dogs. Like
you'd end up in the hospital
with BAP syndrome or something.
Well, that's it. I mean, I couldn't do it.
BAP syndrome. All them years of medical school for that, Catherine.
Yeah, all them years of medical school for BAP syndrome.
Same as I was just about to say. I mean, white rolls for a start. I mean, that's starchy.
I'm doing good, wee chick.
Hello.
I'm doing good, wee chick.
I done 13 hot dogs many years ago myself, and it's a struggle. Well, same as I say, I can imagine because I could feel myself bloating watching Hazy Days doing it. Sure. And then before the day before that, I did the very spicy hot noodle challenge as well.
Hi, beautiful girl. Nice to see you finally on panel with me.
I know. How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm doing good.
We had a right girly panel yesterday because the Midnight Raven come on as well, and we were talking about wrestling and all sorts.
Oh my goodness, I missed that.
Yeah, we're talking about what, wrestling and football and everything.
I did watch the surprise thing that you did for Austin.
Did you like that?
Yeah. I didn't comment because it was very early this morning. I sort of just sat watching it. I thought, well, I'll go back to it and I'll comment a bit later. Oh, I think I did. I think I did comment. See, I've been up that early since that. Yeah. I've been awake since like 5:30. I did comment on it.
Yeah, exactly. It was funny though because Sean had planned it on his birthday yesterday. I mean, on the Tuesday, on the Monday night we were gonna do it, but Austin was like, it was so late. By the time he got home, he was helping a friend. And so by the time Sean got home, it was so dark out and everything else that it was really funny. So we did it last night in Port Austin. It was so funny.
Yeah, same as I say, I thought it was so funny because you're sort of there filming it, and you didn't expect the water coming from, well, the water balloons coming from up above.
Yeah. Well, the first one hit him and he was shocked, and the rest of them came and he was like, ah! That was the best. I always do something silly, like for Sean when he turned 16, he had a cake of cupcakes, and I grabbed a whole bunch of icing and I just kind of smeared it all
Ian Matthews, he says, I'm going to jack in work a bit for. Well, good luck with that one, Ian, because unless you've got like 13 million viewers, you never make out art on it.
Yeah. Holy cow.
So now we've got I've printed some more recipes off. Kate's requested this one.
I actually can't wait. I'm so excited. She's making strawberry pavlova.
Yeah, it's strawberry pavlova, that one.
Oh my gosh, that looks so good.
And then wait till you see this one.
Uh-oh. I have not had that in so long, but wow.
Yeah, chocolate baked Alaska.
Oh my gosh.
So the baked Alaska is going to be a bit of a challenge because it's like a cake base,
right?
Obviously, then you put the ice cream on the cake base, and then you've got to make the meringue, etc. And you do make a chocolate sauce to go with it as well.
Right.
It says in the chocolate sauce 1 to 2 tablespoons of rum or brandy, but it does say optional on that one.
Hey Ian, how are you?
So yes, so to their future projects, I'm going to make the gooey butter cake, I think, this weekend.
Guess who heard your voice this morning? I didn't even have to say nothing. Come on, Bubba.
You didn't have to give him a wake-up call then from me.
Yeah.
Hi, Carter.
Hi.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Say hi. Say hi, Kate.
Hi. Hi. Say hello.
That's Sarah.
Oh, hello, buddy.
Say hi. She was in a shop yesterday, and there was this little boy, and she went over with a toy, and she was so determined for him to play with it, but he just didn't take it, and she just got it and went whack. And I was like, no, please.
Yeah, Kate, we've got a sort of newish person. Mr. Peanuts Gaming is actually Salty Nuts.
Oh, Salty Nuts.
Well, he came in.
Is he still? He should change his name to Saucy Nuts. If it's the same guy.
Yeah, because it came in the other day, and I says, well, it must be somebody I know because they've got a blue wrench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's me, Salty Nuts.
She ain't hanging running down her nose.
And Ian Matthews says, "Oh, I like kids, but I can't eat a full one."
That's awesome.
No. Oh yeah, Salty Nuts. Yeah. I haven't like spoke to Salty Nuts in forever. I haven't spoke to any of yous for the first time in forever.
I've got a good one to tell Vicky. Did you see the pictures that Pixie posted yesterday?
Yeah.
You know, when I were on about, I'd put the SD card in here and I downloaded them and everything.
Yeah.
So I says, he's on form again. He's Salty Nuts. You see what he's put?
I'm gonna go like. Yeah. Hold on, I can go across to the chat. Kate, looking beautiful as ever. Thank you.
The night. Wow, the night owl is hot.
Yes, something
hello.
that's me and the night owl are teamed up to help each other find a man.
That's right.
And the night owl is free and single.
Yep. I've been single for almost 2 years now.
Yeah, so going back to the story, I put the SD card in because there were some photographs from his holiday last year. Plus, I used my camera to take some pictures of when the baby visited last week.
Right.
So anyway, Pixie downloaded them and everything, and he says, well, do you want me to put them on your channel or should I put them on mine? And I says, well, I did a live stream yesterday morning. I says, so, you post them on your channel. So anyway, it wrote in the description, here's a few holiday snaps from his holiday last year. And before anybody asks, the baby isn't ours. It's like a friend's daughter's baby. So anyway, he got up this morning and a lady that everybody knows, Mary Reid. So if you're watching, Mary, I'm sorry. He commented, oh, congratulations, Pixie and Jeanette.
Oh. Let go for a sec.
So basically, she thought me and Pixie had a baby.
Oh, no.
And I thought, well, it's like a near on impossibility,
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Peanuts has upped his game. He says, I think my eyes are broken. I can't keep them off you, Kate.
Oh.
He always does this and it makes my face go all red and I'm all like, no. He chats me off. The panels have chats me on. He starts going, oh, is your wee face going red, Kate? Oh, Kate's wee face is going red.
Oh.
It's sunburn.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. You're out in the sun.
All right, Tucker. I'm having a conversation with Tucker here.
I know he's going for it.
He's in fine voice.
Like, she goes to your cat, right? Shut up. And he goes, no.
He did.
Tucker's name of fun cat.
Over there, I mean, Benny, the black one, was sort of at the door, wanted to come in, and I went, will you shut up? No.
It was brilliant.
Answers me back. I don't need a toddler. I've got Tucker.
Yeah, exactly. My friend, her dog,
Jeanette has a kid, and
it's like having another child for her. And so it's like she's so finicky sometimes, and in the summer she won't eat at all, right? And she's like, oh, I don't know what's wrong with her. She won't eat. And I'm like, dude, it's the summer. It's hot. She won't eat. And it's like she's worse at having the dog than she is at having her own kids.
Well, that's the same as I say. I mean, it's something when your cat's answering your back, isn't it?
Yep. My cat does. I'm like, hi, Fluffy, and she'll meow at me.
It's sort of like you're sitting there having a conversation with a damn cat.
Yeah.
If anybody were to see me, they'd probably think, hey, up, she's a sandwich or a picnic, that one is. She sat talking away to a cat.
Yeah, they call you the crazy cat lady.
Oh, dear. You see what it was? Urban Foot Fix, I'll say.
Right.
It sounds a bit wrong when you say it as it's spelled, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So anyway, we adopted him just over a year ago, and the story behind it was in a household with 16 cats.
Oh, wow.
And I think basically it's been craved of attention. And now it is Mr. P's shadow, even going to the toilet. He sits outside the toilet door waiting for him.
Mine will come. If I leave the door open, like if I just close it without shutting it all the way, she will nudge her way in and come and see me. Like I can't even I fell asleep in my chair down here one night, and she was literally laying on the table right beside me. I'm like, okay.
Well, some as I say, is like we call him Mr. P's shadow, because that's basically what it is everywhere. And same as I said, you've got to imagine it's like a child feeling abandoned, etc., not getting no attention, and now it's like he wants to be the center of attention.
Yeah. My dad's cat used to he'd get up with my dad, and my dad would head towards the bathroom, and he would lay across the bathroom door, so my dad would have to walk over him to get into the bathroom.
All right, he started other one off now, and Benny, I mean, he's 7 and he's never meowed. This is no word of a lie. We've never heard him meow, but he's been quite vocal these past few weeks, and that was him. I think he's sort of in there, and he's been quite, same as I say, from sort of not meowing to not shutting up at the moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all of a sudden he's finally found his voice.
Yeah.
After 7 years. You know, and we always said we thought he were a bit strange, because cats meow, don't they? But he never meowed. If he wanted to go in or come in or go out, he'd sort of just sit at the door scratching on the door.
Yeah.
It wouldn't meow. Now Lucy, if she wants to come in or go out, she'll sit there meowing and saying we took her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But sort of from not hearing a peep out of him for nearly 7 years, I think he's trying to make it for that 7 years. He never meowed or anything.
And now he's meowing.
Yeah, and now you can't shut him up. It's not a meow like the other two. I can't really explain it. It's not a meow like the other two. It's sort of like a very deep meow.
Yeah. Oh boy. Like, really notice me.
You know what I mean? So, some to say, I mean, took us sort of settling down a little bit now, but I think, you know, same as I've said, is it like when we first had him, it was behind the sofa for a week and wouldn't come out at all.
Yeah.
And I sort of gradually, and I says, well, I know what will coax him out, and that's food.
Yep. Oh, coax everybody out.
You know what I mean? So what I did is I started sort of just putting it sort of like here, but away from the sofa to start with. And then sort of, because we've got like cat treats, biscuits. So what I did, I sort of did the breadcrumb thing, you know, put a few in a line, and that's sort of how I got him from behind the sofa.
Yeah.
You know, each time I put a few down, I put them a bit further away.
Yeah.
You know, and that's sort of basically how we got him from behind the sofa, and it's been downhill ever since, because some as I say, but he's quite jealous as well.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. He's quite jealous because Lucy likes to sit on Pixie's lap, but he gets quite jealous, you know, that somebody else is getting the attention, not him. Hey, Crimson Fantasy.
Hey, good morning.
Oh, yeah, you know, he is very clingy.
Yeah.
Star says, you know, you've sort of got to look at it from this point of view. It was in an household with 16 cats. Obviously, he weren't getting any attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, he was quite protective of his food to start with.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and it's like he craves attention.
Oh,
you know,
hear him now?
Because obviously he wasn't getting that where he was before. But oh, bless you.
Do you hear that? Say thank you. Yeah, he's half asleep. She said bless you for coughing. Thanks. He's so quiet.
I'm going to say I feel like that every morning, Carter, so you're not on your own. I mean, we set our alarm clock for 6 o'clock every morning, and I were awake at 5:30, and that was it. But I sort of come midday or just after midday, I crash and burn, so to speak.
Yeah, same here. I do the same. I mean, as soon as the kids are gone to school, I'm ready for a nap.
Yeah. And Cribs used to say, everyone has the stream going, what did I? Well, not really a lot. You know, we've touched on revision and exams and cats meowing. And I was telling Kate, Callum came home yesterday, and I'm not kidding you, we got a stack of books that revision for his exams next year.
Oh my goodness.
You know, maths, English, science, you name it. And I was telling everybody, I picked one of the maths books up and it was like it were in a foreign language. I didn't understand the thing.
I know the way they're teaching kids these days, like I look at it from what we learned when I was in high school, and I can't understand any of it either. I'm like, yeah, okay, you're on your own, dude.
We see one night that Callum had actually come home with some maths homework. So he showed me, and I went, you've got no chance, Callum. No chance whatsoever. So he takes it over to his dad, and his dad looked at it, and he went, well, I'm as lost as your mum is, Callum. And it was just like, it's I must say, it was like looking at a foreign language. I had not got a clue at all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Well, it's all French to me, so you're on your own.
But yeah, I mean, I was saying as part of the English revision, it looks like it's got to Tucker. It's got to revise on the Christmas Carol.
Yeah. Well, what was it? 1 year, I remember when my two oldest, Jordan and Sean, Jordan had come home in grade 5 with perimeter homework in math. And a week later, Sean had come home with perimeter homework. It was a little bit easier, but it was the exact same sheet that Jordan had. And I'm like, okay, this makes no sense. Why are they putting this kid through this? I mean, it's so hard, but yeah, they're cramming so much into everything now that it's hard for them to.
But I must say, I couldn't believe the amount of, it were like a pile that high, the book.
Holy cow. That's crazy.
I mean? And I sort of when Chris came home from work, I says, "I seen that pile of books over there?" Because Callum says, "Well, what can I?" Says, "You'll have to put them on the dining table for now." So anyway, Chris came in from work, and I said to him, "I seen that big pile of books over there?" And he says, "Wow, what's them?" I says, "It's revision books," but it's like he keeps them until his exams next year. They don't actually do them, and I think is it about April, May time of next year.
Yeah.
You know, so they're they've given them in preparation for these exams next year.
They don't give our kids anything like that. Yeah. What happened to Kate? She disappeared on us.
No, she's still there. She's just got a microphone muted because sometimes little
Oh, okay.
Plus, a brother was there as well.
Oh, okay. Hi, brother.
It says, "Lol, maths is so advanced. My nephew was doing like stuff I did in high school." You see, this is what I'm saying. I mean, I looked at the maths one, and it was like a foreign language. I didn't understand it at all.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, I can't even help them with their homework. Like if it's English or history or something like that, I can help with because I love that kind of stuff. But if it's like geography or social studies or anything, I'm lost.
Well, you see, that was one of my strongest subjects was English, and funnily enough, it's one of Callum's strongest subjects.
Yeah.
But I was saying earlier on, I mean, Callum is like special needs, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And you know, but same as I say, I can't fault the school because they've sort of been there for him all the way through. I mean, he has what we call a teaching assistant in most of his lessons.
Right, that's good.
That helps him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When he has to write like exams or something like that, does he have that teacher's assistant there as well? Or
well, I was discussing this earlier on because obviously, I mean, his writing's atrocious, and we got told because we have like a review every year.
Same here, yeah.
Urban says I got to head off, but I supported all your channels and look forward to chatting in. That's fine, Urban.
Thank you, Urban.
Yeah, we'll same as I say. I'm here most mornings. I won't be here tomorrow because I've got my child tomorrow.
Yeah.
I've got my baby tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't stop laughing when Pixie told me that this morning.
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations, Pixie and Jeanette. I thought, well, I mean, it's obvious that, you know, they watch the video, but they don't read the description. And he had put in the description, this, you know, this is not mine and Jeanette's baby. It's a friend's daughter's baby.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I know it's funny how you can tell the people that are actually watching your videos and the people that aren't by the way that they comment sometimes.
Yeah. And, you know, and same as I said, I mean, you know, I'm 56 this year. I think it'd be an immaculate conception if I were to have a baby.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? I haven't got the wherewithal to do it now because I think my eggs has dried up. If you know what I mean.
It's dusty.
Yeah. Well, it's not that. I'm like the chicken. I'm like the chicken that can't produce the eggs anymore.
I'm just teasing.
You know what I mean? I mean, a lady will understand what I'm talking about.
Oh, definitely. Yes. Yeah. Well, it's like when I had Austin, I had my tubes tied, and then I got pregnant with Carter. And then they said when I was in, I had to have a C-section with Carter, which is my first one ever. And they said to me, okay, we're going to fix everything here, but if you get pregnant again, we're going to have to rename you Mary.
Hi, Midnight Raven.
Hey,
how are
Raven. You? So, yeah. It was like, hey, Pixie, how are you?
Salty Nuts is on the ball again. He says 56. I would say you don't look a day over 35.
Nice.
And Tony's just said you don't look 56, Jeanette. You look younger in my view.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you don't look 56, Jeanette. I'll tell you. I
feel about 96 some days. I don't know about 56.
Feeling it, yeah.
Oh, dear.
As I always tell my friends, I'm like, I feel like an 80-year-old woman some days, you know, trying to get up, and it takes me a half an hour just to get out of bed.
Well, this is it. I mean, I'm expecting a package coming from Chopper's Rolls, and I says, well, if ever I'm sitting down live streaming and the package comes, it'll take me like an hour to get to the front door.
Yep. There's Kate.
So, sorry, ladies, I'm going to have to dip out of this one here. So I am to run into the house. But I'll be on the chat anyway.
Okay, then.
So
yeah, I'll see you in a minute then, Kate. Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome.
Good to see you.
And it was nice seeing you. And it was nice to be on panel with you finally, Night Owl. All right, guys. I'll catch you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Carter. Bye. Bye. Bye.
That was Sarah saying bye, I think. But yeah, you know, same as I say, I mean, you know, it'd be one of these, if we were to have another one, they'd have to leave it outside in garden under edge. And Stoke would have to bring it.
Absolutely.
Hi, Bella.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
So yeah, you know, because I says to Chris, I says, well, it makes you laugh. You post a picture of me holding a baby, and obviously people haven't read the description and not see me holding a baby and naturally think it's mine.
Yeah.
See
Bye,
you
Pixie.
later.
Hey, Emily, how are you this morning? Yeah. I'm watching the chat while I'm talking to you, and it's like, yeah.
But
Hey,
yeah,
Chopper's Rules is on.
but his ears must be burning because I was just talking about him.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Your ears must be ringing, boy.
Yeah. It's all right. If you were wondering, Bella, what we were just on about, Pixie posted some pictures yesterday, and a friend visited me last Friday with a daughter's baby. Well, her and her daughter came and brought the baby to see me. So I took a few pictures on my camera, but I'd also found some from his holiday last year. Yeah. So anyway,
I was waiting for you to see that. I wasn't.
Yeah, Bella says I nearly fell off the sofa when I saw the baby thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mary Reid, I mean, Bella probably knows who Mary Reid is. She put a comment, "Congratulations, Pixie and Jeanette."
Yeah.
We have put in the description that it was a friend's baby, you know.
Yeah.
And
top the description.
Okay, then, Pixie, I'll see you later. And Chopper's Rule says, I knew my ears were burning. Yeah, we were just on about, says, if I'm awaiting a package from yourself, and I says, if post was to come while I was sat here live streaming, it'd probably take me an hour to get up and get to the front door and back again.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man.
Yeah, but, you know, it's... same as I say, I mean, it's laughable and,
little man.
You know.
Okay.
I've had 4 and that's enough.
Yeah, I have 5. I'm good.
I've done my bit for society.
That's right.
As they say.
We've contributed enough.
Whichever way you look at it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man.
Yeah, same as I say, we had to laugh about it this morning, Bella. You know, me and Pixie were laughing about it, you know, bless her cotton socks, you know. She's a very good supporter. She doesn't have her own channel, but she always comments on every single, you know, like mine and Pixie's, and, you know, Absolutely. You know, she watches your content, she comments and everything.
Yeah.
You know, but some as I say, we had to tit to herself this morning.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I know quite a few of my supporters are basically people who just have a channel on YouTube just to support others and watch videos and stuff. They don't have their own videos and stuff. So, and I mean, like there's, I have a hard time with those ones who have like 1 or 2 supporters and then they have like no content, but then they never comment on anything. Right? Yeah.
Bella says, I didn't know you had 4. I've got 4 boys, Bella. My eldest is actually 32 tomorrow. My eldest one is 32 tomorrow on the 8th of June. I've got all 4 boys. I've got 3 with my ex, and obviously they don't live with him because they've got, you know, family and whatever of their own. But when me and him split up, it were a case of I couldn't take the children with me because I got nowhere to go, and they chose to stay with their dad. And then I met Pixie, and obviously we've got, you know, Callum together. But yeah, I've got 4 boys all together.
Hey Kate, how are you? Kate James. Sorry. Yeah, I woke up this morning and you know, I had
900 now, aren't you?
I woke up this morning, I had 898. And
I'm
like, okay, so I don't know. I'm gonna check it now.
I was going to say, I'm sure when I was watching that video, it says, I thought,
yeah, I had 903 when I did.
Oh yeah.
And now it says I have 898. So I guess a few of them must have watched videos and not like the
I mean, I was on 146 yesterday, after the live stream, I checked it and I was down to 1,143. And then sort of by the evening time, I was back up to 1,146 again.
I don't hate it, but it just kind of irks me because I'm like, you know, if you're gonna support, stay supported, and if you're not gonna support, you know, like
you see,
being in James
I think what a lot of them do, Vicky, is they see that you're supporting them, so they support you back. But once they've had your support or got your support, later on they unsupport to you, and I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. They're just looking for the support.
Tony says, I have never married, no kids, and I am 47 years, quite happy being single. But my sister has 2 kids, one's 23 and one's 25. We see my eldest is 32 tomorrow, and then I've got one at 29, and then I've got one at, I think it's either 25 or 26. They were born in 1990. I think so. We'll be like 27.
Yeah.
So some, as I say, I mean, they you know what, they chose to stay with their dad, and it were a case of I'd got nowhere to go. I got to get out, so that was it. You know, I sort of didn't have no choice.
Yeah.
So I've got 4 grandchildren that I've never met.
Oh, see, that's hard. Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't talk about it because I get too upset about it. But
yeah. Well, I mean, my daughter. That's like my daughter. Like, I haven't seen her since she was 2 days old, and it's like you know, it's a hard thing to deal with when you want to see them so badly, and you know.
Yeah. I mean, I've never ruled out the fact that my door's always open.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, what's gone on in the past is in the past.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's a bit of a tricky one, and you're to sort in the same situation, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I hear you.
You know, my ex wasn't a very nice person.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know what I mean? And Salty Nut says, you could have stayed with me, Jeanette. I didn't even know you then, Salty. But you know, I mean, like, I mean, me and Chris is happy enough with. It's actually his anniversary on the 21st of this month.
Oh wow!
Been married 15 years and been together nearly 18.
Congratulations!
So you know.
Carter, sorry, Carter's trying to get his lunch for school ready.
Stop it.
Nuts. You're kooky.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, like, I was gonna say too about being single. Like, I've been single for the last 2 years, and I just made a decision that, you know what, I'm not gonna look anymore. I'm not gonna. My focus is these guys. You know, my kids right now, and I'm not gonna worry about anybody else but me and my kids. And if the right guy comes along.
I was just about to say the same thing. If it's going to happen, it'll happen. If you know what I mean.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. That's like Kate was saying. Her and I, we've made it our mission. We're going to help each other find a man. Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, it'll probably creep up on you, and you know, you'll meet somebody out of the blue, and you know.
Yeah.
These things happen, you know, where most unlikeliest of places, most unlikeliest times, you know.
Stop it.
Oh yeah.
He's got a bit of a dry cough this morning. Raven was on this morning, eh?
You call me.
He likes Raven too. It's like this whole panel, like, I go on other live streams, and this is the only one, like I said, where he will get up for you. He hears your voice, and that's it. He's up like a shot.
And he even admitted yesterday he nearly falls over himself when he's running down the stairs to come and watch me.
Yeah, but he likes Kate and everybody else. He likes Barry when he does the "Hello, Dave."
Yeah.
So yeah, but he's my little munchkin, my little miracle man here, eh? Yeah. He's too cute. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah, Tony says I keep being unsupported from channels I supported, so keep having to resupport.
Yeah.
Well, this is all the algorithm and whatever with YouTube. It's like, you know, if you're not active on somebody's channel or whatever, the you know, but that's not always the case. Same as I say, somebody will support you just so you support them back. But as soon as you've supported them back, you find that your sub count goes down.
Yeah, and that's
and
what I
they
was saying,
they unsupport you.
Yeah, I was just shocked. I woke up this morning because I had 903, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then when I woke up this morning, it's 898, and I'm like, all right, whatever. Yeah, I know it'll
Well,
go
this
back
is it.
up,
Same as I
but...
say, you know, like a few weeks back, I was going down 5 or 6.
Yeah.
It seems like everybody's the same. You know, Pixie had dropped 5 or 6, or Bella had dropped 5 or 6. But now it looks like it's doing it in threes now because, same as I say, I was on 1,146.
Yeah.
Went down to 1,143, and now I'm back up again.
I know that, yeah, I agree with what you said about people will support you while you're in the live chat and everything else, and then once you support them back, they leave, and then you don't get the support anymore. And it's like I have, what was I going to say now? A lot of people will or saying like YouTube will go through and they will filter through all the people that are like not active on their own channel, and as soon as they're not active on their own channel, they take them off any list that they're on and whatever. And it's like,
this is going back to the algorithm thing as well. Basically, that if you're like, I try to comment and watch all your videos. The same way, you know, most people, you know, I sort of, even if it's only like a brief comment, I probably might not watch it all the way through, but I do watch it, I do comment. But it's like, I mean, I've got 1,146 supporters. You cannot go through, well, it's impossible to go and watch everybody's content, comment and whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, like I agree with you there. It's like, you wake up in the morning and you've got like 300, 400 notifications of comments and videos and lives that people are on. And I'm like, okay, well, I just like, because I'm at home, I have a little bit more time than the average person, and I'll sit there and I'll go through. But it's like, I always tell everybody ahead of time, I'm not going to be able to watch every video, but there are ones that I have favorited that I will make sure, like I even look for them each morning to see who's posted, who hasn't, like with you and Kate and them, I'll go through, like, you know, Vlog from the Bog and everybody to see who's running the live chat that morning, right? So I make sure that I miss you guys.
All right, going back to Bella, I never thought I'd remarry. I wasn't looking. If it's meant to be, it will happen. And Tony says marriage isn't what it's cracked out to be, in my view. And I've stopped looking now, as the dating game isn't for me anymore. Sometimes I miss having someone in my life. We see this, you know, I mean, like a lot of people are into online dating now. Now, to me, I mean, like me and Pixie, we met in a pub. I mean, but with online dating, you don't know who's on the other side of that profile or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I tried online dating, and a lot of the online dating nowadays is guys are just looking for a quick fix, and that's it.
Yeah.
Right?
A quick bunk up, as we call it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, there's that, and I think a lot of the guys that's all they're looking for right now. And I mean, yeah, some days being single has its benefits, because I see couples fighting like tooth and nails, scratching, and whatever. And I'm like, I don't want any part of that. But then I look at it and I'm like, sometimes it does get lonely to not have that support or companionship,
That's it. I mean, and it's like me and Chris, yeah, we do have, well, I can't say like sort of in the 15 years of being married, we've had like all our argument. We have our disagreements. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
Hi, Gregory. You know what I mean? We have as sort of as disagreements occasionally, but not to this point of, an all out argument, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they do say it's healthy to argue once in a while and to discuss things, because you can't really get to know your partner well unless you do have little disagreements, and that you get to know each other better that way. But I mean, to have some of the fights that I've seen, like one of my neighbors actually threw her boyfriend's clothes out on the front porch, took a picture of it, and sent it to him.
Oh dear.
And I'm like,
that kind of thing. It is sort of same as you say, healthy in a relationship to have a disagreement occasionally.
Yeah.
And same as I say, I mean, it's sort of me and Pixie, we make each other laugh, we crack jokes and whatever, and we sort of what I call bounce off one another, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah.
We sort of bounce off one another, and we sort of, how can I put it? We're basically on the same thought path, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. At this lack of sounding cheesy, you complete one another.
Yeah. I mean, and same as I often say to Pixie, I mean, looking back on it now, I never had that with my first husband.
Yeah.
I feel like I found my soulmate in Chris.
Yeah.
If you understand what I'm saying.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
We've sort of got that connection, and it's sort of like a jigsaw puzzle, we fit together.
Absolutely. Morning, DJ.
Hi, DJing. You know what I mean? And it's very rare that you do get that sort of connection with a person.
Yeah, well, that's like my mom and dad. They've been married 55 years this year. And I hear them joking all the time. Like my mom says, why would I get another one? I've had a hard enough time training this one, but it's sweet to hear. And if you see the two of them together, like in the video I made for Mother's Day, there's a picture of the two of them snuggled together, and those are the moments that you look at and go, yeah, they were meant to be.
Yeah.
Like the way, if you I watched a little bit of the royal wedding, but just the way that Harry looked at Meghan, you can see how in love he was with her. And that's the kind of thing that I want to have. And you could see that you and Pixie have that, when you guys do lives together, the way that you look at each other and stuff, you can tell it was meant to be, Yeah.
Gregory says marriage. Well, my wife passed 15 years ago in April.
Aww.
So she was my one and only, and not a day goes by when I don't miss her. But we talk every day. I'll never remarry or date again.
Yeah,
but you see, for somebody such as me, like me and Pixie, and I always said, if anything happens to him, I'd be lost. If you know what I've got itchy nose now. I'd be lost without him. And you'd feel like you were missing a body part. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If I were something would happen to Pixie, touch wood, it doesn't. But I've always said if anything happened to Pixie, it'd be like I'd had my arm chopped off or my leg chopped off. I'd feel like part of me was missing.
Absolutely. And for some people, it's like, what, they never marry again. And I'm totally behind that. Some people get married again and whatever, but it's like my dad, like you can see that because my mom's in a nursing home now and she's only 75, so it's really hard on him because he thought he would be able to take care of her for the rest of her life, and he just realized at this point that he just can't do it. He needs help, and you can see that he's lonely not having her there.
Chopper's says, I have my tiny house now, so if I'm in the poo, I can sleep in there.
Yeah, if you end up in the doghouse, you can sleep there, right? Yeah. But yeah, it's cute to watch, but I can see my dad's lonely without her there. So yeah, I agree with you on that.
I mean, my mum passed away a year as April just gone, and she was only 77.
Yeah.
But my stepdad had passed in 2010, so it were like 10 years since he, and I noticed a difference in my mum. She seemed to have lost
herself. I think, James. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Okay then, Kate, thank you for joining us. And you could see the difference in my mum when he passed away. I think she sort of lost herself a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you know, she'd waited a long time to meet him, and
it's
and when you lose somebody like that, you're
devastated. Oh, what's wrong?
It's all right, postman's just gone past. I saw him with a box. I'm wondering if it's
oh.
Yay!
Yeah. So Jeanette's gone to get the package. I hope it's the one from you, Choppers. That'd be awesome if it came today. She's been waiting for it.
Roll.
Yeah. So how is everybody this morning? Yeah. Yeah, my ex was a real tool. So right now being single is my best bet, I think. I just want to focus on my kids and that's it. I have 4 boys, so Hey, Mark, how are you? Yeah, that would be cool if it was, eh? Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. Aw. Sorry that you're so sleepy.
I'm back. Guess what?
Yay! I was just saying that to Choppers. Wouldn't it be cool if it was? Yay!
I've got to get some scissors now.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I agree with you. I think you said, what was your Tony, or I can't remember. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Tony. You know what? That is hard because my ex is like I said, is a real tool. And Jeanette's heard a few things of what he's done, and it's a thing of, I think I'd rather remain single because the kids are having a hard enough time dealing with having to go back and forth between me and him for visitation. So I don't want to have to deal with another guy right now.
He stuck it up quite well, actually.
Oh, you double taped it, did you, Choppers?
I think he's triple taped it. I don't know about double.
Yeah. Mark Plays is on. Yeah.
So, yes, that was a bit of a coincidence, weren't it? I said about me sitting here on live streaming it being delivered.
Yeah. Yeah, she's been waiting for it. Jeanette, she's chomping at the bit trying to
try to get it open. That's excited.
Where do you live? Where do you live, Salty Nuts? Fall into my arms.
Oh,
really? Salty Nuts.
Right. See, and the hard part for me during a relationship is I don't need a heck of a lot of anything, just time.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
It's a little pig.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
And it's little pace, look, it's got.
Oh my gosh.
It's got something inside it as well.
Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that.
A little
Oh, that is so
koala.
cute.
What is it?
It's a
It's
little
a
koala bear.
koala.
Oh.
And it's inside a kangaroo purse.
Yeah.
And it's got like a little thing that you can.
Oh, there you go.
Right.
Does
That's
it
not
fly?
the only thing.
Yeah. That is so cute. What else? Oh, that's beautiful.
And that is, it says Australia on it as well. There you go.
Oh,
Look.
that's beautiful.
That is cool.
What's next? Oh, look at that. Is that where you're from, Choppers?
So yeah.
Wow. Carter.
So it says Townsville, North Queensland, Australia.
Oh, wow. That's a beautiful postcard, too.
Got a little envelope book as well.
It's a personal letter. I don't know.
Says stickers, look.
Oh,
But
look at that.
Wrote on the back. It says, "Hi Jeanette, here is my channel sticker. Thanks for watching my videos, Choppers Rules. Oh, P.S. Here is another sticker for Mr. P. So I've got 2.
Yay. That's a cool sticker. I like that. Holy. That's neat. I like that.
And it's like got obviously a sticky bit on the back.
Yeah.
So thank you, Choppers Rules. I've got
oh no, there's no.
I've got Crimson parcel to post out, and I've also got a return package for Mr. Choppers Rules.
Oh.
So thank you very much, Choppers Rules, and I'm glad that it arrived while I was actually live streaming.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm excited. I'm thrilled and everything, and I want to. Yeah, I think it's absolutely wonderful. Choppers Rules, and Choppers Rules' name is actually Mark. So if you want, you know. So basically, I've got 2 packages to post out. So I've got one for Choppers Rules or Mark, and I've got the thing for Crimson, the cake mix.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I was only saying beforehand, I'd probably be sat here on a live stream when it actually arrived, and lo and behold, it did.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. I know, because you seen the postman come by and you're like, yeah,
I
saw your face.
Because you see, our houses are all in rowers, so it's sort of like this steps up to eating individual property, but it makes sense to walk along the path because there's like paths all in front of us, like windows.
Right.
So when the postman comes, it makes sense for him to start at that end and work his way up here.
Oh, wow.
So as soon as I saw him walk past the window and I saw he got a box in his hand, I thought, ooh.
You look like the look on your face was priceless, though. You were like a little kid getting a new toy.
Oh, this is it. You see,
awesome.
same as I said to, because it's the World Cup and there's a lot of flags, etc. I think that's probably what I'll probably put in the package, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Like an England flag.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah, I just want to answer. I guess it's Tony. You know what? Like, when it comes to relationships and stuff like that, I do agree. You don't want to deal with the disappointment and everything, and that's the hard part, right? Because if you're not interested in someone or someone's not interested in you, the hurt that comes afterwards is hard. Yeah.
And going back to what Bella said about age doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
Chris is actually 9 years younger than me.
Ooh.
He's like 47 this year, and I'm 56. So he is actually younger than me by 9 years.
Believe it or not, at my age, the youngest guy I've dated is 25. So
well, same as Bella says, age is but a number, and if you're compatible, you're compatible. So You know what I mean? I mean, they make this big hoo-ha about such a big age difference. Me and I've known people that are 14, 15 years old. One of the partners is like 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
Older,
Yeah.
to say.
Oh,
Embrace that.
Oh, Baz is 11 years younger than Bella. Oh, I didn't know that.
So she's got more of Bella's got more of a toy boy than what I have, because I'm only 9 years younger than me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But hey, Sam Stevens, but you know what I always say, Vicky?
Yeah.
There's many a fine tune played on an old fiddle.
That's right. Yep. That's true.
And that's the saying we've got here in the UK. There's plenty of fine tune played on an old fiddle. Yep. So yeah, and same as I say, at the end of the day, age is but a number.
I got him. Yeah. Sorry, Carter's just asked. It's they get a bag. I know, I was just reading that.
Yeah, me and Bella's cougars.
That's right. Well, see, that's the thing. I like a little bit of a younger man because he's got a little bit more energy than me, and they keep you going and they keep you invigorated and stuff like that, you know. But some of these, and no offense to a guy who's like much older, like 10 years older than me, they don't have the stamina anymore, you know, and that's the hard part.
Yes, Sam, I got Chopper's parcel. It came today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I've got to show everybody it again because Sam's coming.
Yeah. Here, put that in your lunch.
This is it's a kangaroo purse, Sam.
That's cute. I love that.
Inside it's got a koala bear. Look, a little koala bear. Funny thing is, Chopper, I sort of collect them sort of things. I've got like crystal mice, and I've got like a crystal cube, like little miniature things.
Yeah.
I haven't got what I call a collection, but I love the miniature things like that. I've sort of like got a teddy bear in a boot, and you know, just like little miniature. I love these little miniature like things. I don't know what you call them. Yeah, Chopper's Rules has sent me a package all the way from Australia, and that's
so cute.
Yeah. My little purse.
Hey, we're talking about Willies.
And then he's also sent me a spoon.
That's really pretty, though.
From Australia.
I like that.
And 2 stickers. Both the same, one for me and one for Mr. P. Yeah. And that's Chopper's YouTube channel.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I agree, Tony. Sometimes an older man can offer that too. Yeah, I agree. I mean, age is not a factor for me. You know what? Like for me, it's not a factor at all. It's the maturity that gets me, right? And if the respect and everything else. But yeah, I love that little koala though. He's adorable. Yeah.
Same as
I like mini things.
You know, I'll probably not be able to find that anywhere else. The same as Chopper said, it's come all the way from Australia, and I'd probably be the only one in England that's got one of those.
Yeah. My mum used to
say I do actually collect like little mini figurines, and same as I say, I've got like a little crystal mouse and like a cuddly toy thing in like a little ceramic boot, and
I like to. I know. It's good to be a big kid. My mom used to collect, you know, the Swarovski crystals, like little tiny bears and crystal bears and stuff. That's what she collects.
That's what I'm
I saw that. Yeah. It's, you know what? If you're young at heart, that's the main thing, right?
Well, this is it. Same as I say. I mean, no, you know, pun intended. But when people see me and Pixie together, they assume that we're the same age. if you know what I mean. Not that I'm older than Chris. You know, they assume that we're the same age.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's funny. I know the other day I was out at the grocery store with Sean, and somebody thought he was my boyfriend. I'm like, no, he's my son. Like, no, not that young. He's 20. Oh, sure.
Well, that's it. And Bella said people have said the same to her. I'll just invite you up, Mark, if you want.
Yeah, I've never been on the panel with Mark yet.
It's all right. I'm looking what Tony put. He says that's very nice for Chopper to send you, but then again, he's a very nice guy.
Oh yeah, Chopper's is very sweet.
But yeah, so when we're out, I mean, people just naturally assume that me and Chris are the same age. But you know, that's nice, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Sam, for trying to behave. Yeah, my son is sitting right next to me.
The children present.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll be off to school soon. No.
So think now, Choppers. Now you've got the little mini house on the back of your truck. You can take off whenever the fancy takes you. Just throw a mattress or something in it, and you're well away.
Yeah. The funny thing is, everybody used to joke around with me. You know, oh, you're gonna cry when the youngest one goes to school, right? I'm like, dude. The day he went to school, I'm like, okay, mommy's going to party now. Bye. I know.
I mean, it's like Callum's a lot like Chris. They sort of need a lot of coming round in first thing in the morning, but once he gets his mojo, it's, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
And when he goes out to school, I went, oh, thank God for that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, no.
He's actually in Canada, in Ontario, in Canada.
Yeah, I'm actually about half an hour from Niagara Falls, Bella.
So yeah, I love him as much as I do. You know, it's just that bit, because if he were here now, he'd have telly on full blast, he'd be shouting across room, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Typical like teenager. You know, you never get a minute's peace.
Nope.
You know, because the mum, you know, mum this, mum that, you know, and it's I keep saying I'm going to change my name.
Yep. Yeah. With Carter, I said, you know what? He does that. He'll go, mom. He'll do that. What Stewie does in the Family Guy. I'm
just laughing at what DJ input.
I know. I mean, I'm trying not to laugh.
But having said that, I think Sophie does look young for her age, if you know what I mean. No disrespect to you. I mean, you know, but she does look young for her age.
Yeah. Hey, Mark.
And it says, I've had a hard life. You and me both. You know, and if I didn't have this lot died, I'd be white.
Yeah.
My sort of grace, exactly. My graze is just coming sort of through on my side bits at the moment. That's first place that they start coming through. Look, got a bit of silver fox going on there.
Yeah. Well, let me know, Tony, if you ever do, because maybe we can meet up for coffee or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised I'm not gray by now.
Oh, Chopper's coming on as well.
Yay! Of course. You see what Sam just wrote, Jeanette?
I tell you what, you like your sent through email, don't you, Choppers? That's why I didn't have kids. I had animals. It's quieter when you lock them in the cupboard. But you see, Callum is a lot like Pixie. They're both grumpy horses in the morning. And, you know, it's bad enough having one that's a grumpy horse, let alone two. And, oh, sugar.
I'm going to type in the chat for Tony here. There. There you go, Tony. That's me.
That's what I'm saying, Bella. If I didn't have this out of a bottle, I'd be like that all over.
Yeah. See, this is my natural color up here. But this is what I'd rather. I'm kind of that. I like to stand out. I want purple next.
Oh, I forgot to show Sam that as well.
Oh.
It's the postcard that he's sent me as well.
That's a beautiful place. I've always wanted, like, I really want to travel. Because I want to go to, like, Japan. I want to go to Australia. I want to come to the UK. And, you know, you don't have enough hair to worry about. Yeah.
Well, Pixie's getting that way as well. He's got a shiny bald patch on his head, and his hair's like quite receded actually as well.
I gotta tell you something, Jeanette. My sister-in-law's mom, she's Irish, and you okay? She always had this saying. She says, with men, if men are bald in this part, they're good thinkers because they're always sitting here going like this, right? And if they're bald back here, they're good lovers, right? But if they're bald all over, they think they're good lovers.
I'll send you the link via email, Mark, and I've also sent you the link via Hangouts as well.
Yeah. So how were you this morning, Mark?
I'm good. I am good. Editing.
Why are you not at school?
I had exams, so we're out early.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sam says she could say something about the shiny head, but I'm being good.
He can't read. Don't worry, he can't read the comments, Sam. So
and it's like I've always said. Pixie Chris puts it down to being married to me for 15 years, and that's what he always says. Hey, Choppers is here.
Hey, there he is.
Hello.
How are you this morning? Or just need
turn my volume up. I can hear you guys. Yeah, I'm good. Yourself?
Not bad.
Did you see my face when I see the postman coming past the window? I got all excited.
I did. I think.
And I absolutely love this one. I think everybody else does as well.
Yeah, he's really cool. My daughter picked that out for you.
Oh, thank you. Tell her thank you. And I think it's lovely. Be able to put my ass keys on that as well. But I'm going to put it in a bag and I'm going to put it on my wall unit. It's too good to use.
Awesome. Have a look at what I've got sitting in front of me here.
I'm laughing at what Sam says. Yes, we do actually.
Yeah, I can't see the chat. Hang on.
Yeah, I moved my phone to the other side of me so my son can't read it anymore.
I'll get my phone organised so I can actually see the chat.
Yeah, there you go.
and
turn the volume down on it.
Tony says, "Good day, Chopper."
Yeah.
G'day, mate.
You can read. I just moved the phone, Sam.
Just purposely put it to the side so we can't read the comments.
Yeah.
All right, now we're cooking. I got my phone going now so I can read the comments.
Yay.
Oh, Silverado likes the Aussie accent. No worries, mate. Put another shrimp on the barbie.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing. It's so stereotypical that everybody thinks that's what you guys say all the time.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. No, it's not too bad. Or you get the other ones like, crikey, mate.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, it's like here. I mean, Mark is from Ireland. He's obviously got the Irish accent. Kate's from Ireland. But when all's said and done, they're part of the UK, if you know what I mean. And it's like Wales and Scotland. You've got the different accents. Even here, I sound a lot like Chris, but I'm originally from Nottinghamshire.
Oh,
so
okay.
Each sort of different county's got its own, it's dialect. I mean, it's same as I was going back not so long ago. Here in Yorkshire, I call them cobs, bread rolls, but Chris calls them bread cakes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
you know, it's different parts of the UK have got sort of different, you know, and sort of the Nottingham accent, and people from Nottinghamshire say, "Hey up me duck," a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for somebody to sort of sit there and say, "Well, what the hell are you talking? Hey up me duck." You know what I mean?
What part of Ireland are you from, Mark?
I am from the very bottom of Ireland, the south side.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was going to say my sister-in-law, her family was from Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bella says I'm the only Cockney up here where I live. We see that's another thing, because you see, Bella is what we call class as a Cockney, like from London. They, you know, like, you know, Random Life Production, she's got a saying, you know, you're having a giraffe. Well, that means you're having a laugh.
Yeah.
Or what's another one? Dog and bone. That is sort of Cockney slang for the phone. Telephone.
Yeah.
Sam says,
we tell people here in Australia we're going to hit the frog and toad, which means we're going to get on the road.
Yeah.
Sam says, Jeanette sounds northern, I sound very southern. Well, Sam, as I say, I was born and bred in Nottinghamshire. Not actually Nottingham itself, but like a subdivision of Nottingham. It's classed as Nottinghamshire. Yeah. But me and Pixie, or me and Chris, what you want to call him, sounds very alike, but there's what we call like a very broad Yorkshire accent. Now, if you were to hear somebody with a very broad Yorkshire accent, you'd be sort of saying, "What the heck is he saying?" You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and apples and pears mean stairs, or we often say we're going up Wooden Hill, which means the stairs, Wooden Hill, up Wooden Hill to Bedfordshire.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's a lot of sayings, and it varies from sort of what we call county to county. You know what I mean? And then you've got
sorry.
You've got DJ Ian. He's from Liverpool, and I can't do it. I can't do accents to save my life. But you know what I mean. They've sort of the Liverpool accent is a very drawly. You'll soon find your voice, Mr. Benny.
Well, that's like Brad. That's on James Cox's channel. There, he's from Bristol, and I can, like, between your accent and of course Pixie's and Barry and Bear, like all of you have like a different type of accent. You can tell like from different areas and stuff. So,
and Sam's going back to the fact June Gall is originally from Leeds, which is like 30 minutes up the road.
Yeah, yeah.
You can tell she's English, but she's sort of, because she's lived in the States that long, she's picked up on the American accent, if you know what I mean. But you can still tell that she's not American, if you can understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Slang here can be very random. It's gone to the point where people can just make up what they want, and then people will catch on and they'll know what it means. Even if it's ridiculous, it'll catch on somehow.
Yeah. Well, it's funny sometimes, Mark, I was going to say, sometimes people from Ireland, if you're like fresh from Ireland, I can't understand half the time if you guys get talking too fast. Because they use so much slang in what they're saying that I can't understand it. But I agree with you there. It's like the same here.
Some of the family from the west side of where I am, they have this pure country accent. One of them know that a lot of people can't understand, so when he's talking, he'd have a mess and he'd start blabbering on nonsense just to see if they understand, and half the time they just agree.
But going back to that, I mean, like the Cornwall Devon sort of accent is wow, me duck. You know what I mean? It's sort of it's similar, but you know, you can always tell when a person's from a certain part of the UK. I mean, like we for a long time we used to live in Norfolk, and but Callum was only little, so he sort of started talking that way, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? It's sort of where you brought up in, you know, but now sort of because we live in Yorkshire, and you know, he sort of picked that's a lot of the sayings up from, you know, from around where we live.
Yeah, I have a friend in the UK. He's from Dudley, and when I first talked to him on the phone, I think I picked up every other word.
I upset my kitty. He just moved.
Oh, okay.
Poor kitty.
I sort of understand what Sam's getting at, and I do understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
it's the same everywhere you go, Sam.
Oh, here too. Yep.
Yeah, you know.
And we had a joke. I used to live in Brampton, which is like 5 minutes from where Crimson is, and it was all, and no offense, like I'm not trying to be racist in any way, but there was all nothing but white people out there, and now it's just overpopulated. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not racist because I'm friends with everybody, but it just makes you laugh.
Yeah, well, I think that's the same everywhere, Vicky, because there's certain parts of Sheffield where we live in the UK, and they are mostly populated by foreigners, if you know what I mean.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's sort of, you know, how can I put it? I mean, I'm not a racial person myself, but if you're coming to live in this country, you have to abide by our rules, so to speak.
We would have to do the same in theirs. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, let's say if we were to come to Canada, there's certain things that or Australia for that instance. You know what I mean? There's certain things that you can and can't do.
Yeah.
But it's
yeah, I agree. Yep.
You know, it's sort of, from that respect, they actually segregate themselves, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, they've got no intentions of mixing, you know.
Yeah.
I got the helicopters flying over.
I was just going to say, what's
I
that
didn't do
noise?
Yeah, that's the helicopters flying over. I live pretty close to the main airport in here in Townsville, so I'm pretty much in the flight path.
I
tell you what, the other night, mate, there was the helicopter, the big Chinook that come in. I reckon he was landing in my backyard. There was that low to the roof.
Wow.
I'm going to say you've just got to worry, Mark, that an engine or something don't fall off, or you up creek we have to paddle. So
I don't know about that. I reckon I could use that engine for something. I might put that on my tiny house. So you were half right, Jeanette. You were half right. You said summer house. You were half right.
It looked like a summer house, you know, because it did like what I'm a building sort of log, and I says it looks with all that wood, it looks like you're building like a what we call like a summer house, you know, one of these that kiddies play in when, you know, when they go out in the garden, etc.
Oh, okay. We call them cubby houses here. So yeah, I'm working on getting some batteries for it tomorrow. Oh, sorry, Mark.
Well, no, I'm just saying there's stupid calls and all it was. A big long number and answer and no one, just sitting there. And I'm waiting a few minutes to see if anyone would answer, and it's just buzzing.
well, this is the thing. Pixie's got a separate mobile for work, and it's purely for work, right? So it didn't happen last night. It happened the night before and the night before that, exactly the same time each night, about 8:20 in the evening. Now, Chris finishes work at 4 o'clock. So once he's come home from work, that's it. If the phone rings, he don't answer it. Well, anyway, he was out with the drone the other night, and it had rung the night before, and it's, I think it says Hampshire number or something. Anyway, it did the same again. It didn't happen last night, but the night before that. So that was like 2 nights on the trot. This same number had rung his phone at exactly the same time as the previous night.
Oh, wow.
So, anyway, I get up and I go to the phone and I thought, right, I'm ringing it back. Who's ringing him? Keeps trying to get hold of him from Hampshire, blah, blah, blah. And I rung the number back and it says, this number is an invalid number. So I thought, well, how can it be an invalid number if they've rung this phone 2 nights on trot, and even tried it from the landline, ringing that number, and it says exactly the same thing. This is an invalid number, or this number is invalid.
Yeah.
So we don't know who it is, because I tried getting up to answer it. By the time I got to the phone, it just stopped ringing. So we sort of puzzled as to who in the heck in Hampshire is ringing his works phone at 8:20 in the night, and then when you ring back, it's an invalid number.
That's weird. No, I don't know.
It's a bit puzzling. The same as I said, I think myself, it's like telemarketing people.
Yeah,
They've sort of picked this number at random, not knowing like it's a works phone or anything.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a marketing call. Same as I say, he doesn't use this mobile for his personal life because he's got his own personal mobile. It is a works phone, and that is basically all he uses it for.
Wow.
That's the mystery in itself.
I agree with Bella, though. That sounds a little fishy.
Yeah. Same as I say, I mean, you know what a lot of these telemarketers do? They sort of pick these numbers at random and thought, we'll give them a cold call.
I was actually a telemarketer at one point, and I'll tell you right now, what they do is they hand you a sheet of in here are area codes 905 in Canada, and in Ontario, it's 905. And then there's the numbers, and what they do is they start you off at 905, say 846-0000, and then they go each number through the sequence, and they just hand them out a paper each morning and a script of what they're to say when you answer the phone, and everything else. I couldn't hack it. I don't like that kind of thing.
I mean, that's sort of the same thing as I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Just picked a random number.
Yeah.
Not realising it. That's Pixie now. I'll just take this call. It's from Pixie.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I just telemarketers, I commend them for doing what they do, but I calling at dinner time and stuff like that, right when you sat down, I don't like that.
No, neither do I. Here's my little mate again. He's curled up in a ball. Look at that.
Oh my gosh. Is that another kitty up over there? Oh my gosh, you have 2 of them sitting there.
Oh, yeah, I got 2 ginger boys.
Aww.
I got 2 ginger boys. That's my old ginger boy. And this is Cookie. He's the cat I built the fire truck for.
Oh, cool.
If you've seen my fire truck video.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's 1 year old now, 1 year in about a month.
Oh, wow.
Silverado says, isn't Canberra your main capital in Australia? Yeah, it is, mate. Yeah. That's also where they have the Summer Nats, the biggest car show in Australia.
Yep.
So there's usually about 10,000, 20,000 people turn up there.
Yeah, I agree, Sam. They are right nasty pieces of work. I wouldn't mind if they called at a good, decent hour, but they always pick first thing in the morning, or right when you're about to sit down to dinner, or as you're heading for bed?
That happened.
Yeah, that's about it. I had a
Is that what
little
it is?
Indian. I had a little Indian dude ring me up one afternoon, and he asked me who I was, and I go, "Hello, what do you want? How can I help you tonight?" And he goes, "What?" And I said, "Well, what do you want? You're ringing the telemarketing agency. What can I do for you tonight?" And he hung up on me.
Well, that's like Mark. There you go. Is one of your voices for your thing. But I know here, it's funny when you call like your phone company to talk to them about like changing your account and stuff like that. You get someone who doesn't even speak English, and I'm like, I have a hard time with that because I'm like, no.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Or the best part is where I live here. I don't have any ducts or anything like air ducts in my house, so we get them calling and they say, "Oh, we'd like to be able to come and clean your ducts." And I said, "Well, if they went for a waddle down the street, if you catch them, you'll be good."
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that happens to me as well with like computers and stuff. I think my aunt got one. I don't know when it was, and they were asking, "Oh, now there's problems with your computer. Do you want us to fix it? Give us your details and stuff?" And she turned around and said, "Well, my husband is a computer worker, so I don't think there is a problem with mine. So if you want, you can ask him." They hung up straight away.
Yeah. Well, that's a scam now that's going around. They want your details, and the minute you do it, they download a virus onto your computer.
I'm back.
Hey.
Yeah.
There you go.
I've just been telling him what Mark sent me, and he says, "Oh, I'll come in for 5 minutes." Well, they don't mean come in; it means in the chat. So I says, "Well, I says as soon as I see you come in, I says I'll show you what he's bought me, what he sent me, should I say?"
Yeah. But yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I can't believe people are trying to get away with these kind of things these days.
Going back to this course, I must say we've not got a clue where it's from. You know, and if I get a phone call on my mobile and it's not from somebody I don't know, I don't answer it.
Yeah.
I like stirring them up. I can't help myself.
My dad does that with Jehovah's Witnesses.
Well, it's like,
when I was younger, I used to be able to speak German and Russian, and my mum used to get crank calls, and I used to love picking the phone up and swearing at them in German or Russian or something, and then they'd usually hang up on me. But I can't do it anymore. I haven't done it in probably 40 years, so I've lost it all now.
I gotta learn some good slang to get these people when they call me.
I often get like, you see, my arse number, my landline is actually unlisted because of the trouble I had with my ex. Yeah. Ever since I met Pixie, etc., I've always had my landline, like as we call it, ex-directory or unlisted. Now, sometimes you get folks ringing up and saying, "Oh, from our records, we found that you know, you recently had an accident, a car accident, blah blah blah." I mean, you know what I always say? I say, "Well, that's funny. It's funny you should say that," and I think they get all excited. You know, what? I says, "Well, it's funny." I says, "Because I can't drive." I says, "So that's
that's it.
You know, that's a bit of a non-starter to begin with."
I was over at my mother-in-law's place. One day, and the phone rang, and I picked it up, and this guy on the other end said, "We've detected a problem with your computer. If you could give us access to it, we can fix it up." He's ringing from Telstra, you know. And I said, "Jesus, mate, that's really awesome. Can you send me your computer over first so you can fix it?"
All right, Pixie's come in the chat, and I says, I told him I'd receive your parcel, so I'm just going to show it again for Pixie's sake.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pixie. Whoop. That is the purse.
Hey, no worries. No worries.
Chopper's daughter picked out for me. And that's a little koala bear that was inside it. Look.
Oh, I like that. So cute.
Yeah. And he's also sent that as well, Pixie. A spoon all the way from Australia. And a postcard as well. They were telling him about the stickers, and you're honoured, Mark, because
Yeah, he's going to put it on eBay, Jeanette.
He says he's going to stick his sticker on his dirty gator case.
Ooh, nice.
So you're honoured. So he's sticking your sticker on his drone case. Because I says he sent 2 stickers, 1 each, and he says, "Oh, I think I'm going to put mine on my drone case."
Well, the guy I get those stickers off, he guarantees them for 3 years in the Queensland sun, so they won't fade because they're printed on 3M paper.
So there you go. So Pixie will be advertising your YouTube channel on his drone case.
He goes, no, not on the Phantom case. Oh, okay.
It says no, not on
the case.
No, not on the drone itself. On this carry case.
Yep.
And Tony, Pixie's channel is my other half, old man, husband, whatever you want to call him. So yes,
old fossil.
Yeah, old fossil. Laphead, whatever you want to call him.
I had a bloody kid in the shop the other day called me an old fossil. I'm like, dude, how old are you? You know?
Yeah.
I am Mary. So yeah.
Hey, Mary.
Still vote wherever his collector. His name's Tony.
Yeah.
You'll have to do a video on it, Jeanette, so everybody else can see it instead of just on the live chat. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Same as I say. I mean, it was sort of I couldn't.
Oh, no, it was awesome.
Yeah, I couldn't compose myself. I got to do it. You know, but I will do like a short vlog a bit later on.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. To see the look on your face was classic.
Yeah,
that was the best.
Vicky says to me, I sort of, because you see, as I explained, there's like a footpath right from one end of the row of houses to the other, and I saw the postman actually walk past the window with his box in his hand, and I was going, ooh.
Like a kid with a new toy.
Well, this is it, you see.
Yeah.
You know, it's sort of, I like when postman comes, you know, not when he brings bills, like, but, you know, knowing that I were expecting a parcel, and I saw him with this box in his hand, and I thought, ooh.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. I saw the shadow go by the window and then heard the knock at the door, and I'm like, there goes Jeanette. We lost her.
I mean, my eyes lit up when I actually saw him walk past with box in his hand, and I was going, ooh, listen. Wait for it to knock, and I went, yeah.
Oh, I gotta plug my eye.
Yeah, I'm like a giddy schoolgirl when I get a parcel on the post.
It doesn't take much to please me. That's, you know.
We're cheap dates, right, Jeanette?
Yeah. You know, these small things are the highlight of my week, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's the fact that it's come all the way from Australia, and I can say I've had my first bit of fan mail, so to speak.
Yeah,
that's it, mate. That's exactly it.
You know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah.
We've got a pet expo coming up next weekend, so I'm taking Cookie and his fire truck down to the expo. So I'll try and get some video of that too.
Sam says she's going. Bye, Sam, and thanks for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed it.
Bye, Sam.
Bye, Sam.
Yep, I'm at 900 again, Jeanette. So if
Yeah, I actually cracked 650 today.
Woo!
Pretty cool.
Well, we were just going on about that because I was like 1,146 yesterday.
Oh, here goes another one.
Then I dropped down 3, and then I've got the 3 back. from somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, be watching for that live stream, Pixie. No worries.
I thought it was tonight. I thought you were doing it tonight, Pixie.
He says
Oh,
tomorrow
shut
night.
Tony.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. My allergies are bugging me.
No, I'm seeing my eyes a bit runny today. So it is sort of did say tonight, as from what I understood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has put tonight, lol. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's about, you know.
Yeah. Tony's
job
my
one
900. He got me up there. This guy here, Chopper's Rules. That's Mark. He's from Australia. Yeah, my son's asking who you were. Say hi. Yeah, he's the one who got the balloons dumped on his head. Yeah, I don't know if you saw my latest video there, Mark, or Choppers, whichever. Sorry, because there's two of you on here. We did a birthday video for. Yeah, we did a video for his birthday. I put together a nice little vlog, and yesterday he's sitting on the front porch waiting for a special surprise from his big brother. Next thing you know, all these balloons come pouring down on top of him, water balloons.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that sounds like something I'd do.
Yeah.
I think you're expecting something more than sort of wet balloons. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the way I worded it, I'm like, no, Sean's got a special surprise. You got to sit there. I want to.
Were you expecting a bike or something?
I think
I didn't expect it. I expected him to come through the door and splat the cake in my face.
So you didn't get the surprise you were thinking you were going to get.
And my neighbor says, "Oh, he's gonna cry. He's gonna cry." I'm like, he's not gonna cry. He didn't cry. He was more in shock than anything. Yeah.
That would be nice and cool on a hot day, mate.
Oh yeah, it was kind of chilly here yesterday, but it was good for him. But I do something silly every year, like when my 20-year-old turned 16. I took a handful of icing and just kind of smeared it across his face, you know.
Cool.
We've actually got the sunshine here today. That's why it's the camera.
Nice.
It's taking a while to adjust because the sun's actually come out here.
Yeah, it's
I'm
good.
still waiting for it to get cold enough to wear a coat.
Yeah. I feel like I'm in the UK today. It's nice and grey.
Well, some as I say, it's been grey all morning here, and all of a sudden the sun's popped out. So
yeah.
Yeah, it's I think it's a bit tea here or something when I brought my daughter home from work tonight. So I'm still waiting for it to get cold enough to put a coat on. It was only it was 9 degrees this morning, and I'm still wandering around in a singlet and a pair of shorts.
Well, it was like Callum when he was getting ready for school this morning. I mean, as part of his uniform, he wears like a polo shirt with the school emblem on it, and he also wears what we call a sweatshirt with the school logo on it. So he said, you know, he always says to me before he goes to school, "Think I ought to wear my coat today?" And it was sort of one of them days where, well, I don't really know. It weren't cold, but it was very windy and it was very dull.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeanette.
What?
This is my daughter, Chris. She's the one that picked the first head for
you. Thank you. I love it. I actually absolutely love it.
Yeah, that's her there, hiding at the door.
Hi.
So it's just arrived. Look.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm going to say it actually arrived while I were on live stream, and I was getting all excited when I see the postman walk past with this box in his hand.
Yeah.
Nothing left.
Water's fine.
I didn't even get one.
You're lucky.
Hey, Pappy, how's it going?
Bella's put the smaller channels in the beauty community are really nice. We are always sending each other little things. It's funny how the people who have the least are the most generous. Well, that's it. That's what I've always said. Yeah. And me and Bella came to an agreement. We just got to shake on it.
Oh, what? Oh, well, that's a
my
I asked for a cold
word
drink.
Here Oh, there you are.
Hiya, Pappy Pinno. Me and Bella made an agreement last night. If I take Lemon Drizzle to the Birmingham meet, she'll do me a makeover.
Yeah.
So I says, right, you're on.
Yeah.
Ooh, fighting. I got $5 on Chris.
Yeah.
Her and my number 2 daughter are fighting over something.
Referee.
Hell no, I'm staying out of it.
What do you think? You see, I don't have that problem. We only have in Callum unless it's... Well, I've got a good one. Anyway, when Callum went to bed last night, he says, Mum, there's something wrong with my alarm clock. He says, it's saying different to your... Because me and Chris have both got alarm clocks on his own separate alarm clocks. Hey, yep. Midnight Raven. So
hey,
he says my alarm clock is about 20 minutes behind what yours is.
Yeah.
So I says to him, I'm not going upstairs now, Callum. I says, I tell you what, I says, I'll take my phone to bed with me. Hiya, Paul. I'll take my phone to bed with me and I'll come in when we're on his way to bed and I'll sort it out then. So, right, fair enough. So I says to Chris before we went to bed, I says, right. I says, remind me to take my phone up with because I've got to do Callum's alarm clock. So anyway, I'm sort of trying to lean towards door because I didn't want to turn light on because of waking him up, etc. So I'm there trying to press his alarm. I sorted it out. Well, it weren't his alarm, it was his actual time on his clock. So obviously, if it were behind, his alarm would go off late. Yeah. So anyway, I'm sat there trying to sort of set it and do whatever from the light from the door being open. And anyway, so I sorts it all out. I goes to the toilet and I'm sort of just getting in bed. And the next minute, I hears his bedroom door open. Hi, little bee. So I hears his bedroom door go open. So I'm sat in bed and I'm thinking, what's he up to? So I heard him starting to go down the stairs. So I shouts, Callum, what you doing? And I think he thought it was time to get up.
Yeah.
So anyway, he turns round, he goes and gets back in bed. So when we gets up this morning, I says to Callum, I says, where did you think you were going last night? He says, what are you talking about? I says, I came in to sort your clock out. I shut the door. I says, and then next minute you were getting out and you were heading downstairs. And he swore blind he didn't.
Okay.
So I says, were you getting a little confused? I says, and thinking it were time to get up. He says, no. He says, I never got out of bed.
Oh,
I says, well, you must have been sleepwalking then. I says, because you definitely got out of bed.
Yeah.
He couldn't remember getting out of bed or attempting to go downstairs or whatever. So we assuming, yes, he was half asleep or, he was sleepwalking because he couldn't remember a thing this morning. And he kept saying, he sworn blind, he never got out of bed and he slept right through. And I says, no, he didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Chris is saying, he says, he did, he said, because he was going on about it. And he kept saying, all right then, Callum, you must have been sleepwalking. And he swore blind and never got out of bed. And they were doing Chris' heading because, he swore blind, he were asleep all night, he never got out of bed, etc. But he sort of wouldn't let it drop and he kept going on about it. And Chris were getting sort of agitated with it. He says, all right, Callum, it's done and dusted. Yes, you did get out of bed because me and your dad had only just gone to bed. So,
back upstairs.
I don't know. Yeah, I hear you.
Yes, Tony, I would say not be going on much longer because it is nearly 1 o'clock here. And I have been going on nearly 3 hours. So, thanks for joining us. And I hope you can join Pixie and myself tonight.
Absolutely.
And, have a good day, Tony. Yeah. So,
see you, Tony.
Bye, Tony.
See what Pixie's put.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
And have a
Geez,
5
I weep.
minute doers. It's what we call a power nap in this country.
Yeah, that's what we call it too.
A power
I
nap.
call it a cat nap.
Yeah, either a cat nap or a power nap. So yeah,
And a
I
nap.
think I think I'm going to shut it down because I have been going on nearly 3 hours.
Yeah, no
And I
problem.
need to go and get me lunch, and I'm sure Vicky needs to get Austin and Carter off to school.
Yep.
And thank you again, Mark, for me lovely present, and thank you, Mark Place, for coming on and joining me.
Absolutely.
And
No problem.
I won't see you tomorrow because I've got my baby visiting. And that's where it fixes put.
Yeah, Clover should do some work in my house tomorrow.
So yeah, I want to thank everybody for joining us, everybody that's participated in the chat, and I not see you tomorrow because, as I say, I've got the little visitor, and I might do one Saturday morning. I don't know. So bye everyone, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.